tickled me. Okay. Okay. I'm ready.
Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
Who's extremely tickled right now. From R&A Music.
That's right.
Your favorite mom and pop music lesson studio and guitar shop deep in the heart of Texas. That's where we're at right now. And it's time for another episode of Ask R&A. I forgot which one it is, but
A bunch of them.
it's a bunch.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Yay!
All right, y'all. We are back with another episode. I think it's 338 or 339
Sure.
or
This is
upper 330s.
yeah.
A little bit late. We've had a snowmageddon. Well, an ice.
Yeah.
Well, we had a little bit of ice here
We
in
had an
Texas.
ice flurry.
A little bit of ice here in Texas where, we're not equipped. We don't have sand trucks and salt trucks out here. So
Nope.
we had to close the shop for a couple of days
Yep.
for safety purposes. But it's Saturday,
Yes.
the day before
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah. And we're here to shoot this. All right, so let's get to it. First question. No, wait, hold on. If you're new here, Angela and I own a little music shop, and we teach lessons of musical nature.
Yes.
And we shoot YouTube videos from time to time. It's funny, when I have the YouTube channel open in my lesson room, if I'm checking something, kids will come and they go, "You got 3 million views on your channel?" They're like, yeah. They're all like,
Oh, that's so cool.
it's really impressive to 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Bruh, 3 million views. Yeah, it only took 12 years. But
Yeah.
whatever, it's cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to answer some questions. Let's just get right to it, shall we? First question, Ronan67, #ABBA. Question, Ryan, how would you rank or what would be your top 5 single-cut guitars by manufacturer for the money? Best bang for the buck. And have you had a chance to look at or play any of the new Sire line? All right. Great question. All right. Best top 5 single cut guitars by manufacturer for the money. That's a really good question. I just happen to have some single cuts on the wall right here behind me. And I'm going to go with some of those because I actually have experience with those. I have not tried any of the Sire guitars. I've read articles about them. I watched some videos about them. They look really appealing because they seem to be really well made for a really competitive price for import guitars. Something about their single cut though, I don't really like the profile of it. So I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know. Anyways, my top 5.
Real fast.
CMG guitars, Statesboro, Georgia. Woo! If you want an American-made single cut at a very competitive price, I don't think you can beat the CMG Ashley. For American-made, Epiphone, of course. I mean, they're making really great Les Pauls, actual Les Pauls, made by Epiphone at a pretty competitive price. Some people even prefer them to the Gibsons for the money.
Yeah. Next.
EMG/LTD, not EMG because EMGs are expensive, but if you get an LTD,
Right.
that's the EC1000 CTM. Now those are not super cheap, but
Right.
I do like the the Eclipse body shape that ESP LTD comes with EMGs sometimes. I like those. PRS, of course. You can get the SE line, I think is really, really good for the money. I also have an S2, which is great, but for the money, you can get a CMG more affordably than you can get an S2 PRS. And then finally, Schecter. Now that's a Solo 6, and they have one current Solo 6 in production. Right now they make the Solo 2s, which I do not own. We have had some here in the shop, and I've played a few, but I don't own a Solo 2, but it's an excellent single cut option for you, all at killer prices. So there you go. Those are...
You're 5.
Yeah, 5. It was 5. Honorable mention. I'm going to mention Washburn, because I have several Washburn Idol guitars, which are kind of they're single cut or a single cut and a half, but you can't buy those. They don't make those anymore. You have to buy them used. So, but I like those a lot. Anyways, thanks for the question, Ronan67. You guys and girls out there, tell us, what do you think is the best bang for the buck single cut guitar out there by manufacturer? Now you have to actually have owned one or played one.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because if you haven't actually owned one and played it for a while, then it doesn't really count.
True.
I don't think. All right. Thank you, Ronan67. Next question. Just Fun Guitar, formerly known as Grungy Goth. Back to Just Fun Guitar. Hashtag KTMA, hashtag ABBA. I cannot believe you guys don't know Boney M.
Yeah, sorry. So sorry.
We love
No
laughing
offense.
at the crazy black people dancing from that group, and their songs are super catchy too. Can you say that?
Yes, they
Are you
can.
allowed? Okay. Who can? English
Anybody.
people?
Yes, British
okay,
people can.
British people can say that. Never been a fan of Adele, but Amy Winehouse is great. New question. Who is the most attractive celebrity of all time, male and female categories? Okay. Who is the most attractive celebrity of all time, male and female categories? Of all time.
Me personally think of who is of all time.
I think it would have to be personal opinion, yes.
I would say I always go old school. I don't think, honestly, I had a huge crush on Chris O'Donnell in high school. I mean, Batman Forever was just my jam. But
He's no Val Kilmer.
I was never, ever attracted to Val Kilmer.
I wasn't either.
Yeah. Iceman just did it in for me. So
Iceman.
I would say of all time, personally, a tie for the men, Gregory Peck and Cary Grant. Those men were very, very handsome. They were. Their words, their accent, how tall, just everything about them. Everything about them. Even off screen. I've heard they were just great people. Gene Kelly's one of them. I would say 3.
Oh.
Gene Kelly's very attractive, even though he was, he batted for the other team. But of all women, I think of all time, Grace Kelly.
Huh.
You can hold Grace Kelly against every pretty or beautiful woman, like today's standards, or like Angelina Jolie, Nicole Kidman, like those type of women, and they're dog food compared to Grace Kelly, because she constantly, she became a real life princess for one, but until she passed, Audrey Hepburn or Grace Kelly would be like the epitome of beauty, because they're beautiful on and off camera. So
I just look. I don't even know. How does Grace Kelly look like?
she's gorgeous. She's stunning. Just beautiful. And she became a real life princess.
Oh yeah, who'd she marry?
The Prince of Monaco.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Gorgeous. She was in Rear Window with Jimmy Stewart. She's just so pretty. Like, you don't see that kind of just really pretty, because she's not like, oh my gosh, like overly done up. She always wore very basic makeup, and she always had a very basic hairstyle. But until she was an older lady, she just looked so just beautiful. Just a beautiful woman.
And Prince Rainier. Rainier.
Yep. Beautiful.
All right.
Yep. Those are my picks.
Excellent.
Yeah. I never like had a crush or thought, oh my gosh, he is fine or anything, like really to like any other man. Because as soon as they opened up their mouth, it was like, oh, he's good looking aesthetically. But then as soon as they started talking, I'm like, well. But
Sean Connery didn't make the list.
Sean Connery does make the list, but he was always so old.
As an older,
Like an older man.
he's an older, handsome
Okay,
man.
let me tell you, Sean Connery, not as, like, first James Bond, yes, he was awesome. But Sean Connery in,
The Rock.
no, Sean Connery in, what is it, First Night? What is it?
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
was King Arthur. The best.
He had a beard, right?
Yes. I remember as a kid, everybody was like, Richard Gere, oh my gosh. And I was like,
I was not attracted to Richard
the
Gere.
70-year-old man over there. He was like 68. And
He was like 47.
like first night.
He was like 50.
I was like, oh my gosh.
He was like my age.
He was like the king. Like he was the King Arthur. Like his accent just, yeah, handsome. But I don't know. I just love Cary Grant and Gregory Peck. They just had that look. I don't know. They're just cute.
Yeah.
To this day. Like I can watch any of their movies and just be like, he's so handsome. I mean, they're gone, but.
Sure. Yeah.
So what's your picks? It's hard to say.
That's a really good question because I don't really think about that.
Because there's some people that started off kind of cute and kind of pretty, and now they're just like busted.
Busted.
You know?
Busted biscuits.
They didn't age gracefully, let's just say. That were kind of cute when we were younger, and now, like...
Yeah. I don't really, like, I was not that kid who, like, had, like, swimsuit models, like,
I wasn't
on my wall,
either.
like...
I mean, I love New Kids on the Block, but...
Or, you know, like...
Yeah.
I had posters of like Zakk Wylde. Zakk Wylde was a very attractive.
You were
man
more
when he was
attracted
young.
to a talent.
Yeah,
than you were
for sure.
About the aesthetics of the.
Yeah, oh, Zakk Wylde was very attractive before he had a beard.
Oh yeah, no, he was cute.
Back in the day. And now he looks like a dirty biker who needs a shower.
Yeah.
Not so attractive.
Yeah.
Now.
He's cute. He's still cute. He has that look.
Him and his wife are cute together.
Yeah, they are.
I think they're totes adorbs.
They are. They
like,
really
they really like each other. It seems like it appears that way. I don't know. I want to say what's the typical handsome guy? What's his face?
Like,
Brad Pitt.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like,
oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's he's an attractive man. You're a beautiful man, Brad Pitt.
I don't know. I guess because I watch people when I watch movies, and I can sit and stare at somebody and actually see. They were like dogs fighting outside.
Maybe. We don't talk about Fight Club.
That's weird. But like, well, you like Fight Club.
I've never seen Fight Club.
It's good.
I've never watched it.
You'd like it.
I probably would.
It's kind of funny. But it's weird.
It's
weird and dark.
It's never on like Netflix or anything.
I think Paul owns it.
Does he?
Yeah. I think it's on his list.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But, I can sit and stare at people and look at them and actually see kind of past what makeup and stuff and, like, see them. And I just, when I watched Legends of the Fall, that was, like, his big, serious kind of movie. And I was just looking at him like, he's not really that good looking. I don't know.
He's no
I don't
Tom
like
Selleck.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Tom Selleck's no one.
What's his face? What's his face? Sam Elliott.
Oh, it's more his voice and that mustache. His voice is just like, he has a great voice. I have to say, Kevin Costner in Yellowstone.
He's a beautiful. He's a beautiful man. Patrick Swayze.
He was.
He was a beautiful man.
Yeah, but he had a very odd shaped head.
I think that's unique.
He was okay.
I don't know. I don't ever think about that's
for a woman,
handsome fellow.
For a celebrity woman.
Celebrity, would that include musicians?
Sure. Why not?
That's a celebrity.
Yeah. If they're popular, it's a celebrity. To me.
I don't know. I don't really. It's not something I sit around and think about. Like, oh my gosh, it's so hot.
No, just say she's a pretty woman or a beautiful woman. I said guys. I said a bunch of guys. You could say a bunch of women.
A bunch of women.
What does it matter?
I was gonna say, what was her name? The first one that popped in my head was what's her face? Who had a fling with JFK?
Oh, Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. Yeah.
Very troubled, wonderful, but beautiful.
Yeah, like kind of sort of that classic Hollywood,
Yeah, I'm saying, like that era of women, you just don't see anymore. You can't. They try to recreate it, but you just can't. You just can't. Like Greta Garbo and all those like pinup, even like Lucille Ball. Like women try to be Lucy. No one can be as beautiful as Lucille Ball.
Yeah,
you just can't. because there's just something missing, because she has such an amazing personality to go with her beauty that you just can't. It's like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like who would be like an icon. No,
Marilyn Monroe is gorgeous. She's stunningly gorgeous. Yeah.
Well, that's like you think of all time and space epicness.
I actually had pictures of Marilyn Monroe up in my room for a long time. Mm-hmm.
I never did.
I did.
I had pictures.
I had
of
a
Zach
giant black and white poster that a guy from our church. His apartment was black and white movies, and he had this big cutout of Humphrey Bogart and Marilyn Monroe, and he gave them to me. He was like, "I'm redoing my whole entire apartment. Would you want these? I don't want to really throw them away." I was like, "Yeah, sure." There were just these paper printouts that looked like film strips on the side, and then the black and white photo of Humphrey Bogart and Marilyn Monroe, and I had them in my room for ages.
Yeah.
And so.
Like, I don't think I've ever even seen a Marilyn Monroe movie.
Oh, they're great.
I don't think
she has a great personality. They're mostly funny.
Really?
Like most of them. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. The 7-Year Itch. They're like great movies. They really are. She always plays the same person.
The same character. Kind of like The Rock.
Where she's just like this drop dead gorgeous, but she's like kind of like low key smart. You know.
But she pretends to be dumb.
But it's cute.
Like The Rock.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
He plays the same character in every movie. Yeah,
that's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah.
The Rock in this movie as The Rock.
The Rock.
No acting. He's just being him. Yeah. There you go. You guys tell us down below, and girls, most attractive celebrity of all time in space ever.
Yeah.
Of all time in space. All right, next question. Walking Dead, 1369. Hashtag I don't know. Hashtag ABBA. Hashtag adieu. I had to look up how to spell adieu properly. What bands do you think should really just retire? Ooh. This question comes from a certain band's lead singer failing badly almost every time he comes out. He's talking about Vince Neil from Motley Crue.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
Yes, it reminds me of, was it Leanne, that comedian? She said, I went and saw. She said it was Motley Crue.
She said Def Leppard.
Def Leppard, yeah. And she was,
Journey.
And she was like, and that little man, he looks like he had a hernia.
He looks like he had a hernia.
But he didn't get his mesh put in. She goes, and he's over there doing that. And he had to sit for a minute.
That was pretty funny. What was her name?
I can't think of her last name. Leanne something. She
did a comedy bit about going and seeing
our age, going back to see people that we used to rock out to, and everybody's sipping on their big Diet Cokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you think is the
man,
bands that need to just retire already? My God.
You know, I don't think any should retire. Like, if they want to go out and play, go out and play.
I have the same thoughts.
And if dumb people are willing to pay for that, then
who are we to tell people?
Who are we to say you should retire, Vince
I'm tired
Neil.
of seeing you crawl up on stage and caterwaul.
What's up? It's not hard. What out?
I think that they should do it.
Bad.
If they can do it and they can still sell the tickets, then
right, you know.
I think it's more for the experience of seeing the person that you idolize as a kid on stage than it is about whether or not they can do it. Because at the end of the day, you're going to end up talking to your friends or leaving early or doing whatever you want to do anyways. So, who cares?
Yeah,
maybe Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
If he's still being such a jerk to
that
his
jerk
fans,
should retire.
He might want to step back a little bit.
Yeah, he should
enjoy
retire.
His money and just chill.
He shouldn't even enjoy his money, the jerk.
I would say anybody who treats their fans horribly should probably step down from being out in front of people. But if you're enjoying it and you love your fans and your fans love you and there's this really great symbiotic relationship with it, then go for it. Yeah. It's the ones who are just balls of trash that get up there and forget who brought them there.
Yeah. But then again, the market decides.
That's
if you're
true.
a super,
if you're willing to
if
go,
you're a
be
super
abused.
a-hole and everybody knows you suck,
Mm-hmm.
they're just going to buy tickets anyways for
It's like
nostalgia.
the NFL.
For nostalgia.
Like most of the
It's like
NFL.
people still buy Dallas Cowboys tickets. I mean, freaking Dallas Cowboys Stadium is still sold out.
Still selling out.
And, they ain't winning. But
All
people
right.
still buying them tickets. So.
We're gonna make people
All right.
mad.
I'm mad. I
We've
still want to
never
go
been
to.
to a single Dallas Cowboy game.
We've been to the stadium a couple times.
Yes, we have.
I saw Metallica there.
You got him, Mo.
Nice work.
Yeah.
That was the best thing I've seen in Dallas Cowboy Stadium. So, all right.
Next question.
Yeah, next question. Thanks, Walking Dead. You guys tell us. Should you be able to force people
I'd
to
like to
retire?
know who y'all think, because that'd be fun to read. Because I wouldn't know, because
Yeah.
I'm not in on the bands like that.
Yeah. Y'all tell us down below, who do you think should be forced into retirement against their will in the music industry? Because that's a nice thing to do to people. All right, next question. Barb Mel from Leo. Question. You are still youthful, but have been around in music while Angela is. How do you view the top 10 popular songs of any given month? How many interest you with lyrics or music? Hashtag ABBA.
The top 10 popular like today.
Yeah. Of any given
I don't
month.
listen to any current music, like literally at all,
Yeah.
ever.
Me neither.
I have no idea who's popular right now. I have no idea who is on the radio right now. I don't really even listen to the radio unless it's like Christian music. I don't listen to like anything. I have my set favorites that I know will never disappoint me, and I always go back and listen to either classic stuff that they put out 20, even 30 years ago, or I find if they're releasing anything new and I listen and try to listen to it. So, because sometimes they just sell out and they don't really sound the same, but for the most part, I can go back and or listen to something that they've newly released, but it's always somebody from the past, like back in the day. It's not newbies, so I have no idea, literally.
I couldn't tell you the top 10. Although I do watch every few months or so, Rick Beato does a video where he breaks down the top 10 songs on the Spotify pop music list.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the top 10 songs
I
on
don't even listen to Spotify.
on the Kick-A metal list. Like he just goes by the whatever's the top whatever on Spotify for pop, rock, metal, whatever.
Yeah.
And he'll listen to the songs
I
and
get
like
suggestions from
critique them and
Spotify.
analyze them. And I'll watch him do that every few months. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm more of a Pandora listener. I listen to Pandora more than I do Spotify.
I listen to Pantera more than I listen
Because
to Spotify.
I have my set list again of people that I've listened to before, and they constantly just play. Like I have a Billy Joel playlist, and I know, but
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish. No, I do not listen to. I do know who Billie Eilish is, and I do not listen to. She's a talented young lady. She has a great voice.
So is Billy Joel.
But she's some demonic crap that child is putting out, and I feel bad for whoever's handling her. I feel bad for her because of whoever's handling her, to thinking that what she does is okay. But yeah, I listen to The Temptations. I listen to Al Green. I listen to let's see what I listen to. I listen to Elvis, old Michael Jackson Thriller album. That's what I listen to.
The classics, only the
Yeah,
hits.
the stuff that makes me happy. It doesn't disappoint.
What's funny is we don't have students come in going like, "Hey, I heard this song just came out. Can you teach it to me?"
Yeah,
Hardly
I
ever.
have vocalists that'll say stuff like that, and I tell them from the get go, you're never going to perform a Billie Eilish song ever with me. You can go somewhere else, and that's fine. That's your choice. But with me, I'm never teaching you a Billie Eilish song, and I will never teach you a Lady Gaga song, and I will never teach you a Beyonce song. Just not happening.
Because I got standards.
Yes, because I do have standards. There's certain people that I don't think as a child you should be personally listening to. And as a vocalist and as somebody, I was like, I don't drop my morality just because they have a good voice. This is not how that's just not how I roll. So I like I said, I don't listen to anything more today because it's all trash. It's demonic, overly sexualized, full of drugs and hate and agenda. And that's like, there's no entertainment anymore. Yeah. Like, there's no love songs or talking about fighting the man or whatever that the 60s and the 70s and some of the 80s
It's more like kneel to the man.
had. Yeah, exactly.
Do what the man
where
says.
they fought. They had, things that were happening politically and during their time, and they fought against it, and they spoke out, and they used their music for good. Yes, and don't get me wrong. I know there's songs like "Let's Get It On" and all that stuff back in the day, but still, for the most part, it was about why are we doing this? Why are we hurting each other? Type songs, and that's why I kind of glean towards
something happening here.
There you
go. Yeah. There you go. Thank you for the question, Leo. Now it's time for comment of the day.
Comment of the day. Comment of the day.
Comment of the day time. I forgot.
My little guitar.
I forgot.
It looks like a ukulele in your lap.
I forgot my acoustic. My Takamine is at the house, and your Yamaha is at the house.
Yes, it is.
But luckily, we have her delicate little Washburn travel guitar. So I'm gonna play the baby Washburn. Oops. I think I'm gonna play it.
It's a baby.
It's
a shorter neck.
I might play it. I don't know.
Yeah.
This might be horrible. We're gonna write a song right now here on the spot.
Okay.
Using a comment from a viewer from last week. We do this every week. On the spot, make up some music, and then Angela makes up a vocal melody. Lyrics provided by you guys, the wonderful people of YouTube land, and that's what comment of the day is. And I have zero thought of what I'm gonna play.
I have zero thought of what I'm gonna sing.
What key do you want? Pick a key.
G.
G. I love G.
There you go. That's kind of neat.
Mr. Wilson with the P bass, yeah. Comment for comment of the day, yeah. I hate Gibson. We all hate Gibson. Even though we all have at least one smiley face. Period.
Ta-da!
I didn't even need a pick for that.
That's awesome. There you go.
That was totally off the cuff. Mr.
Yeah,
Wilson with a P bass. Comment for comment of the day. I hate Gibson. We all hate Gibson, even though we all have at least one smiley face. Fat Philosopher sold his, but he did own one. So,
That's true.
you did own one. You bought
you
one.
have heard of them.
But you have bought one at some point in time in your life.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah. I think we all hate Gibson, the corporation. Gibson, the
product.
The people who run the joint. I don't think we hate the guitars, because guitars are inanimate objects. I think we hate certain periods of time where certain people were running the company. I think that's really what it has to do with. It's not the guitar. The guitar didn't file a lawsuit.
Yes, but don't you think like guitars are like magic wands, where the whatever soul or whatever was put into that instrument can wield and like carries the soul of that thing that created it to the public. It could be.
That's a very good point, but it's not the corporate a-hole people who are worried about the money. Those aren't the people. It's the people who are like barely making more than the minimum wage down there sanding the things and painting them and putting in the binding. It's everyday Joes and Josephinas that are building these things. It ain't the fat cats. It's not the fat cats. So, you think about that.
Yeah, the boss hogs aren't doing it.
The everyday Joe down there, or Josephina, who's building that thing, she might be really excited about building that guitar, and so it might.
Or she might be crying over it.
Or she might be like,
she's being treated.
I'm working 10 hours a day, and I can't pay my rent, and they're just freaking corporate buttholes. I don't know.
Who knows? All right. Let's move on.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wilson with the P-Bass. Next question. Jeffrey Egan, hashtag ABBA. Fender trim arms go in a drawer with the cheap cables that come with them. But if you must have one, I'd go with the pop-in. I prefer Bigsby myself. Ryan, what do you think of Firebirds? Ever since Robert Baker got his, I kind of want one. They just have that sound that is all their own. Hashtag KTMA.
Right.
Freaking Robert Baker. And I watched his videos. He did get a Pelham Blue, I think, Firebird. And he's done a few videos with him. And yeah, he plays it really well. I kind of like the body shape of a Firebird, but I don't like the headstock. The headstock on a Firebird is the thing that kind of I don't love. I don't love the headstock. It's like way too big, like hockey stick looking kind of thing. The body shape, though, I'm like, that's pretty rad.
Yeah.
I do like the body shape of a Firebird. I'm not in love with the headstock on the Gibson. There are other brand guitars who have ones that are kind of similar body shape to the Firebird, and I do kind of find those appealing. Being somebody who likes Explorers, for sure, and ML, dime type guitars, but it's not. It's way down on my list of guitars I want to get.
Okay.
So I can't see myself getting a Firebird anytime soon. If there's another Gibson somewhere in the racks, it would be a Flying V. I found a 1994 Flying V that matches my Explorer on Reverb.
Nice.
It's only $2,500, and I was like,
shut your pie hole.
Holy crap. That's difficult considering I paid $500 for my Gibson.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, no.
That's that's a lot.
Yes.
But I would rather have.
That's how much I make in a month.
I would rather have a Gibson Flying V first before a Firebird or an SG for that matter.
Right.
So, but they are pretty cool. Thank you for the question, Jeffrey. You guys and girls out there, tell us, do you like Firebirds down below? I mean, I like Firebirds.
Like me.
Yeah. Phoenixes. All right, next question and final question, 761. Hey guys, what's up? Ryan, how have you been enjoying the new Tele? Angela, would you rather listen to a singer with the greatest technical ability when singing or someone with a voice with a unique character if they don't possess both qualities? Ryan, you can answer also if you want in regards to guitarists.
Good question.
Angela, singer with great technical ability or someone with a voice that it's a unique character? Go.
Let's see, greatest technical ability. I'd rather go with a unique character because I liked back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I loved like Macy Gray and I forgot Home Chick's name. I forgot her name, the other lady. But Tracy I always, and Tracy Chapman. I always liked that really great. Shh. Why are you playing that over my question? Stop it. So, I like those people who have that really great sound to their voice more than I actually like people who can hit the extreme ranges and flow through notes melodically. I like those people, but it's not who I'm like attracted to. So, unique character in their voice I like. So, there's your answer for me. What about guitarists for you?
It depends, really. Now, I would say probably who have a unique style, probably more so than like extreme technical ability. There's only one person that people would consider a virtuoso, like extreme limits of technical ability and proficiency on the guitar that I can actually listen to a lot. And that's Jeff Loomis. I don't ever get tired of Jeff Loomis just ripping it. I'm like, but he does it in a way that's actually really well orchestrated and thought out. Like I can't listen to Yngwie Malmsteen like for more than half of a song. And even like Joe Satriani and Steve Vai and these guys who are like phenomenally amazing guitar players, like they're amazing, no lie, but I'm like, I can't listen to a whole record of their music. I have to take it in little like snippets, but I can listen to Jeff's like whole records. Like I don't know why he's the one person who's like extreme level virtuoso that I don't get tired of his music. Where most virtuoso level guitarists, I'm like, but I'd much rather listen to someone who plays something, you know, more interesting than like technically like, holy crap, most humans can't do that,
right?
Kind of a thing. And I would agree with the singers too, because like, I mean, a lot of my favorite singers, I guess, but you know, coming from a more rock background, I'm like, most of those guys and girls aren't just like, you know,
technically,
yeah, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? They have a lot of soul and character to their voice.
I like character to their style, voice, personality, than technical prowess.
I mean, a lot of people would argue that Robert Plant is not a technically pyrotechnic vocalist singer, but I'm like, yeah, but I like the way he sings.
Yeah,
like he's got a lot of
character
in it, you know.
Yeah, and soul.
So yeah, same to Johnny Cash. Not a great singer, lots of character. So I can enjoy that. So for sure, I mean, technical proficiency has a place, and that's great. You know, but it's not the end all be all. But you also know when you hear somebody who's like, that's not good.
Right.
That's not good.
Yeah.
It's lots of character, but it's still not good. So you have to have some kind of technical ability there for sure.
Right. Tell us about your Tele.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. This is recent. If you go back and watch the video, this is the new Tele. I guess this could go on the list of single cuts because this is a single cut guitar. Technically, Fender makes a single cut. For sure, Tele's our single cut. So I think that's why I like it, or I was at least attracted to it, because it's like the Fender version of a Les Paul. It's a Fender single cut. I like it. It is definitely different than my other guitars because it's the 25.5 inch scale. It's got the single coils. I don't have any guitars with single coils. So it is quite a bit different than the majority of my other guitars, and I think that's why I like it, because it is completely different from everything else that I own. So I am enjoying it. It's here at the shop. I've been using it in lessons with some of the kiddos. And I think I will put some hotter pickups in it though, because that is one thing I've noticed when I switch from one of my other guitars in my amp and plug this in to play along. I'm like, oh crap, it's not very loud. Then I gotta go mess with my amp and crank the amp up and stuff. So whatever pickups are in there, I guess it's the stock Mexican Fender Tele pickups. I probably will. I can see myself replacing them with something hotter for sure down the road. I mean, I'm not gonna do it right away. I'm gonna play it for a while as is, and then maybe down the road eventually I'll put some hotter pickup trucks in this sucker.
Cool. There you go.
There you go.
That was it.
That's the final question for this week. Thank you guys so much. Hope y'all all survived the blizzard that's hitting part of
moving its way through the
United States. It's messed up our week for sure in Texas, but I think
we're recovering.
We'll be back to normal. Probably from today on out. So thank you guys for watching. If you watch this entire video, it's time for secret hashtag of the day. With your question or comment below, please type secret hashtag, and we'll know you watched the entire video, because watch time matters. So if you can, just let it run. Just let it run the whole thing. Even if you're not watching, just let it play on your phone and set it in the other room and help us out with the algorithm. That kind of stuff. But if you did watch the whole thing, secret hashtag of the day is hashtag hotness.
Hotness. Okay.
Yeah. Brad Pitt, pure hotness. Pure. Yeah, I don't know. Hashtag hotness. We'll know that you watched this whole video. And if you have a question for next week, please leave it down below in the comment section of this video. We will try to answer that next time. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation.
That's right.
So they'll make some good music for once.
Yes.
Please make some good music for us old fogies to enjoy. All right. See you guys next time.
Bye. Is this when the music died? Is this what they were talking about?
When the music dies. What song is that?
Miss American Pie. American Pie. Bye, bye. Miss American Pie.
Drove my Chevy to the levee.
Because the levee was dry.
When the levee breaks.
Cats in the Cradle and...
Mama, you got to move. I like the Led Zeppelin song about the levee a little bit better.
Yeah.
Personally.
No, yeah, personally. People singing about levees back in the 70s.
They didn't have much to. They didn't have TikTok.
Drove my Chevy to the levee when the levee breaks. Wow. All right.
They didn't have a TikTok back then.
Yeah. Then they have a thesaurus.
A thesaurus. A thesaurus. Yeah, the mic's still going after I turn off the camera. Mm-hmm. Don't say anything
Naughty.
audacious about singers.
Singers.